Dave English Podcast. Subscribe, like, comment, share.
Imagine this. You are at work, or maybe at school, and someone walks up to you. They smile, and they ask you a simple question. Hey, how was your day? You stop. You think. You want to answer, but the words are not there. You feel nervous. You feel stuck. You don't know how to start. So you just say good, and that's it. The conversation ends. Does that sound familiar? It happens to so many English learners. And it is not because you are not smart. It is not because your English is bad. It is because nobody taught you how to talk about your day in a natural way. Well, today we are going to change that. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what to say when someone asks about your day. You will learn real sentences, natural sentences, simple sentences, the kind of sentences that real people use every single day. And I will walk you through a full day, step by step, so you can see how it all fits together. This is going to be a really useful lesson, so stay with me. Hello, and welcome to Dave English Podcast. I'm Dave, and this is the place where you learn real, everyday English in a simple, natural, and friendly way. Every week, I make videos to help you speak English with more confidence. We don't study boring grammar rules here. We learn English the way real people use it, through stories, conversations, and real examples from everyday life. And today's topic is one of my favorites. We are going to talk about your day, from the moment you wake up in the morning to the moment you go to sleep at night. I will teach you the words, the sentences, and the connecting phrases you need to describe a full day in English. This lesson is perfect for beginners, but even if you have been learning English for a while, this will help you sound more natural and more fluent. So no matter your level, this video is for you. Let's get into it. Before we go further, I want to say a quick thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to learn English with me today. If you are new to this channel, welcome. I am really glad you found us. And if you enjoy this video, please subscribe to Dave English Podcast. It is completely free. And when you subscribe, you will never miss a new lesson. I post new videos every week, and every video is designed to help you grow your English step by step. Just hit that subscribe button. It takes 1 second, and it means a lot to me. Okay, let's get back to the lesson. Let's start by talking about why this topic matters so much. Every single day, in English, people ask each other about their day. How was your day? What did you do today? Anything interesting happen? These are some of the most common questions in the English language. And here is the thing. These questions seem simple, but for many learners, they are actually very hard to answer. Why? Because we learn grammar in school. We study vocabulary lists. We practice reading and writing. But we don't practice talking about real life, about our own life, about the things we actually do every day. And that is the missing piece. If you want to speak English naturally, you need to be able to talk about your day, your morning, your afternoon, your evening, the small, simple, normal things that happen to you. So that is exactly what we are going to practice today. And we are going to do it through a story. A real, relatable story about a normal person having a normal day. This will help you see how all the sentences and phrases come together in a natural way. I want you to meet someone. Her name is Sarah. Sarah is a regular person. She is not famous. She does not have an exciting or unusual life. She just has a normal day, like you and me. Sarah works in an office. She lives in a city. She takes the bus to work. She eats simple meals. She calls her mom. She watches TV at night. She is just a regular person. And today, we are going to follow Sarah through her entire day. From the moment she wakes up in the morning to the moment she falls asleep at night. And along the way, I will teach you the sentences she uses to describe what she does and how she feels. Pay attention to the sentences. They are short and simple, but they are very useful, and you can use them yourself. Let's start with the morning. Sarah woke up at 7 o'clock this morning. When her alarm went off, she did not want to get up. She was tired. She just wanted to stay in bed. But she knew she had to go to work, so she turned off her alarm. She took a deep breath, and slowly she sat up. She got out of bed. The floor was a little cold. She walked to the bathroom. She turned on the light. She looked in the mirror. Her hair was messy. She laughed a little. Then she washed her face. The water was cold. It helped her wake up. After that, she brushed her teeth. She felt a little better, more awake. She went back to her room and got dressed. She put on jeans and a light blue shirt. She looked in the mirror again. Good enough. She was ready. Then she went to the kitchen. She needed coffee. She always needs coffee in the morning. She made a pot of coffee and poured a big cup. She also made 2 pieces of toast with butter. Simple, easy, but enough. She sat at the kitchen table. She ate slowly. She drank her coffee. She looked out the window. The sky was clear. The sun was already bright. It was going to be a nice day. That made her feel happy. Sarah took the bus to work. The bus was crowded. There were a lot of people. She had to stand. She held on to the bar and looked out the window. The city looked busy. She arrived at her office at 9 o'clock. She walked in and said good morning to a few co-workers. They smiled and said good morning back. She went to her desk. She put down her bag. She turned on her computer, and she started her day. The morning at work was busy. At 10 o'clock, she had a meeting. It was about a new project at work. There were about 8 people in the room. Her manager talked about the plan. Sarah listened carefully. She took some notes in her notebook. She wrote down the important points. At one moment, her manager asked the team a question. Sarah raised her hand. She gave her answer. Her manager nodded and said it was a good point. Sarah felt a little proud. It felt good to speak up and say something useful. After the meeting, she went back to her desk. She had a lot of emails to answer. She went through them one by one. Some were quick to answer. Some took more time. It was a little boring, but she got through it. Then she worked on a report. The report was due by the end of the day. She focused. She typed. She checked her numbers. It took about 2 hours, but at 4 o'clock, she finished. She saved the file. She sent it to her manager. Done. She felt relieved. At 1 o'clock, she took her lunch break. She left the office and walked to a small cafe nearby. It was a place she liked. It was quiet. The food was good. She ordered a chicken sandwich and an orange juice. She sat by the window. She put her phone face down on the table. She did not check her email. She did not think about work. She just sat and ate and rested. It was a good 30 minutes. After lunch, she went back to the office. The afternoon felt a little slow. She was tired after eating, but she kept working. She had a few more tasks to finish, and by 5:30, she was done for the day. She shut down her computer. She packed her bag. She said goodbye to her co-workers. One of them said, "Have a good evening." She smiled and said, "You too." Then she walked out of the office. Here are some key sentences from Sarah's afternoon. She arrived at work at 9 o'clock. She had a meeting in the morning. She answered emails and worked on a report. She had lunch at a small cafe. She finished work at 5:30. Sarah walked to the bus stop after work. She was tired, but it was a good kind of tired. The kind you feel after a productive day. The bus home was easier than the morning bus. It was less crowded. She found a seat by the window. She put her bag on her lap. She put her earphones in. She listened to some music. Soft, calm music. She looked out the window as the bus moved through the city. The sky was starting to turn orange and pink. A beautiful evening. She got home at 6:15. She unlocked the door and stepped inside. She put her bag down. She took off her shoes. She let out a long breath. It felt so good to be home. The first thing she did was change her clothes. She took off her work clothes and put on soft pants and a loose shirt. Much more comfortable. She felt like a different person. Then she went to the kitchen. She was hungry. She opened the refrigerator and looked inside. She decided to make rice and vegetables. Simple, healthy, easy to cook. She put the rice on. She cut up some vegetables. She cooked everything in a pan with a little oil and salt. It took about 20 minutes. She set the table. She poured a glass of water, and she sat down to eat. Dinner was warm and good. She ate slowly and enjoyed it. After dinner, she washed the dishes. She cleaned the kitchen a little. Then she went to the living room. She sat down on the couch. She turned on the TV. She found a cooking show she liked. She watched it for about an hour. It was relaxing. She did not think about work. She just rested and enjoyed the show. Later, around 8 o'clock, her phone rang. It was her mom. She smiled and answered. "Hi, Mom. Hi, sweetheart. How was your day?" It was good. Busy, but good. They talked for about 20 minutes. Sarah told her mom about the meeting at work. Her mom listened and asked questions. It was a nice conversation. Before they said goodbye, her mom said, "I'm proud of you." That made Sarah feel warm inside. After the call, she felt calm and happy. She made a cup of tea. She sat by the window for a few minutes. The city was quieter now. The lights were coming on. It was a peaceful evening. Here are some key sentences from Sarah's evening. She got home at 6:15. She changed into comfortable clothes. She cooked dinner. She watched TV and relaxed. She called her mom and had a nice conversation. At 9:30, Sarah decided it was time to get ready for bed. She was tired. Her eyes felt heavy. She was ready to sleep. She went to the bathroom. She washed her face. She brushed her teeth. She put on her pajamas. She turned off the bathroom light. She went to her bedroom. She pulled back the covers. She got into bed. The bed felt soft and warm. She set her alarm for 7 o'clock the next morning. Then she put her phone on the nightstand and turned off the light. The room was dark and quiet. She stared at the ceiling for a moment. She thought about her day. It was a normal day. Nothing dramatic. Nothing extraordinary. She woke up. She went to work. She had a good meeting. She finished her report. She came home. She cooked dinner. She talked to her mom. It was just a regular day, but it was a good one, and that was enough. She closed her eyes. She took a slow, deep breath, and in a few minutes, she was asleep. Now I want to focus on something very important: connecting words. These are small words and phrases that help you link your sentences together. When you use them, your English sounds much more natural and fluent. Let me go through the most useful ones for talking about your day. First, use this to start your story. First, I made coffee. First, I washed my face. Then, use this to say what happened next. Then I got dressed. Then I left the house. After that, similar to then, it moves the story forward. After that, I went to work. After that, I watched TV. Later, use this for something that happened further into the day. Later, I called my mom. Later, I went to bed. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night. These phrases tell your listener when something happened. In the morning, I had a meeting. In the evening, I cooked dinner. At night, I read a book. Around. Use this when the time is approximate, not exact. I woke up around 7. I got home around 6. After. Use this to connect to things. After work, I went home. After dinner, I relaxed. When use this to say what happened at a specific moment. When I got home, I changed my clothes. When I woke up, I was tired. These words and phrases are very common. Real native speakers use them all the time. And when you use them, your English sounds connected and natural. Not like a list of separate sentences, but like a real story. Now let's bring everything together. Here is a full, natural example of someone talking about their day. This is the kind of answer a real person would give. Listen carefully. I will speak slowly. ... Today was a pretty normal day. I woke up around 7. I was a little tired, but I got up and made coffee. I had toast for breakfast. Then I left for work around 8:30. Work was busy in the morning. I had a meeting at 10, and it went really well. I said something in the meeting and my manager liked it. That felt good. After the meeting, I answered some emails and finished a report. I was a little stressed about the report because it was due today, but I got it done by 4 o'clock. I felt relieved. I took my lunch break at 1. I went to a small cafe near my office. I had a sandwich and some juice. It was nice to have a quiet break. I left work at 5:30. The bus home was pretty relaxed. When I got home, I changed my clothes right away. Then I cooked dinner, just rice and vegetables. Simple but good. In the evening, I watched a cooking show on TV. I really needed to just Sit and not think for a while. Later, my mom called. We talked for about 20 minutes. It was really nice to hear her voice. I went to bed around 10. Overall, it was a regular day. Nothing special. But I finished my work. I had a nice evening. And I talked to my mom. That's enough for me. That is it. That is a real, natural answer. No complicated vocabulary. No long sentences. Just simple, honest sentences connected together in a natural way. You can do this too. I promise. Before we get to the engagement section, let me quickly review some of the most useful words and phrases from today's lesson. These are words you can use every day. To wake up. This means to stop sleeping and open your eyes. I woke up at 7. To get up. This means to get out of bed and stand up. I got up slowly. Productive. This means you got a lot of things done. It was a productive day. Relieved. This is how you feel when something stressful is over. I felt relieved when I finished the report. To relax. This means to rest and not think about work or problems. In the evening, I relaxed on the couch. Exhausted. This means very, very tired. By the end of the day, I was exhausted. Peaceful. This means calm and quiet. The evening was peaceful. These are all very common words. Try to use them when you talk about your day. They will make your English sound natural and expressive. Now it is your turn. I want you to practice. And the best way to practice is to talk about your own day. So I have a few simple questions for you. Think about your answers and then write them in the comments below. Even one sentence is perfect. Just try. Question 1. What time did you wake up this morning? Was it easy to get up, or did you want to stay in bed? Question 2. What did you do today? Work, study, stay at home? Tell me something about your afternoon. Question 3. How are you feeling right now, at this moment? Are you tired, relaxed, happy, busy? Write your answers below. It does not have to be perfect. It does not have to be long. Just try to write something in English, because every sentence you write is practice, and practice is how you get better. I read the comments. I really do. So write something. I would love to hear about your day. You just completed a really great English lesson. You followed a full story from morning to night. You learned how to describe a normal day using simple, natural sentences. You learned connecting words. You reviewed useful vocabulary. And you heard a complete, natural example of someone talking about their day. That is a lot of great work, and you should feel good about that. Now here is my advice for you. Starting today, try to practice this every single day. At the end of each day, take 2 or 3 minutes and try to say 5 sentences in English about your day. Just 5 sentences. You can say them out loud. You can write them in a notebook. You can even record yourself on your phone and listen back. Whatever works for you. It does not have to be perfect. It just has to happen. Because the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. And one day, when someone asks you how was your day, you will answer without thinking, without stopping, without feeling nervous. Just naturally, just confidently, just in English. You can do this. I believe in you. Keep going every day. If you enjoyed today's lesson, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps other learners find this channel. And if you want to keep learning English with me, please subscribe to Dave English Podcast. New videos come out every week. Every lesson is designed to help you speak more naturally and more confidently. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Dave, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.
Dave English Podcast. Subscribe, like, comment, share.